Here's the weird thing. I'm in my 60s now. I'm still trying to figure out what am I going to be when I grow up?
Yeah, I think that's the key component to being endlessly productive and creative.
One thing I do have, and the roads helped a little bit, but working at Time Magazine, watching people like Bill Gates, I just have a great curiosity. I mean, I love the way Leonardo da Vinci had that. He'd just walk around and start puzzling. Why is the sky blue? Or whether or not a bird flaps its wings up faster than it flaps them down. And that ability to be curious about ordinary things. I like trying to be curious about everything about nature, whether it's Lord Byron's poetry or the algorithms written by his daughter, Ada Lovelace. So having been at Time Magazine, which was a general interest magazine, I was called a floater, which meant I'd do music one week, medicine the next week, and then foreign policy. That ability to just be curious about all sorts of fields, that marks the people I like to write about, meaning Ben Franklin, Leonardo da Vinci. And it's the one trait that I have is I'm not a brilliant expert like Bill Gates is in any one particular thing, but I can be fascinated about almost anything on the planet.
Yeah, I have a similar love and interest in just even the most boring thing. I'm like, wait, how's the electricity getting to my house?
And this is how Jennifer and others start doing what becomes this gene editing tool, and this tool that's helped us figure out RNA vaccines, is they're just curious about bacteria have repeated sequences in their DNA. And like, why do bacteria do that? And for years, there's just a curiosity-driven research. And the cool thing about curiosity is that curiosity lays the groundwork for very practical things. And your dad may say things like, quit daydreaming, quit asking so many stupid questions. But at a certain point, if you're just curious about things, that eventually usually leads to some cool applications. And there's no better modern example than these scientists who were just curious about the weirdness of the sequences of DNA in bacteria. And suddenly they discover, well, we can harness this to edit our own human genes. And we can harness messenger RNA to be able to build proteins that'll make us immune to the coronavirus. I had my second shot an hour ago. So
Oh, no kidding.
we can celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Me too.
Yeah, I was in the Pfizer trial, which is one of the great RNA trials. And I started in July. And then after 6 months, they take your blood and they tell you whether you're placebo or not. And I was placebo, which that was about a month ago. But part of the thing is they then switch you over to the other part of the trial.
Boy, so just really quick, what gave you the confidence to volunteer for that trial? And in fact, they didn't talk about you on Radiolab, did they?
I don't know. I did talk about being a trial participant on the various places, yeah.
Are you the one that decided, yes,